What's up, my folks? I hope everyone's doing great. Come here, dirty face. Come on. That's a pretty puppy to me. Hope you had a great holiday and a great New Year's and Christmas and all that good shit. It's all been great here. Everything's been good. My first day to come up for air. I've had company pretty much, it seems like, since about Thanksgiving. You know, straight up. But I've just sat down and started going through some emails, and well, not emails but comments. I hadn't got to the emails yet, and I need calling people back and all. But I was reading a few of the comments. You know, we should probably. Man, I know that there's some folks get on there, they just don't get it yet. You obviously haven't watched enough of my videos or know me to get a grasp on how I am about the dogs or anything. But as far as, like, I seen a comment, you know, not getting back to somebody, he's gonna have to go somewhere else to get a puppy, blah blah blah. Hey, cuz, you're on cracker time, man. I get on, I'm not a social media junkie or nothing, so I don't pick up this phone for days sometimes about that stuff. So, you know, if you can't wait on me, by all means, enjoy. These dogs probably ain't for you anyway. I mean, I'm just being honest with you, trying to save you a headache. My dogs usually go to people that have already had these dogs. They're not the type of dog that you just say, oh, I want like a new pair of shoes, I want to change brands, or I want this or that. No, these are serious dogs. When you get to the level, and the other comment, I'm going to fall right into another comment with that one, where the comment was something about, I guess the concept, the word he used was deep bloodline matters, and that you hate that's why you hate the guys on YouTube, because they act like deep bloodlines don't matter, and they do. I guess deep bloodline, you mean like a heavy bred dogs. That's not what we're saying. That's not what we're saying. You got to understand what we're talking about. What we're saying is papers don't determine the dog, okay? And the papers don't matter. It doesn't matter how good a dog is bred if he can't produce or he can't perform. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's bred great and you know, he ain't worth a shit, what good is the bloodlines? My point. And a lot of times people confuse a heavy bred dog as going to be a good dog. That's just, it's not the case, okay? It's not necessarily the case. A lot of your best dogs are your crosses. I mean, it's just a fact. It's just a fact. I mean, look at it through history. Your best dogs are going to be some of your crosses. You know, do I think breeding's heavy is yeah, it's necessary, especially if you want to keep a blood. You know what I mean? If you want to keep a bloodline going, yes. But, you know, some dogs have a ability to reproduce themselves or reproduce a certain a quality consistently, and some dogs have a ability to their offspring to continue on and produce that, and that's what we're saying. When you find dogs that are able to do that, okay, that's what matters more so than bloodlines. Honestly, all shit aside, it's more important on who you get your dogs from than anything, and that's just the truth. I mean, it's not even, bloodlines are irrelevant. Once you get into a certain level of quality, good dogs are good dogs. Do you know what I'm saying? Good dogs are good dogs. They're all going to have the same qualities. People talking about traits and all. They're all going to have them same traits. They're all going to fucking be fast, have good mouth, good wind, durable. Those are, you know, a good dog, that's what a good dog is. It doesn't matter what is the bloodline behind it is. You guys are all ready to go and chain. This is our 4th day on the cables, and they look like they adapting well to it. But I mean, and there again, we'll go down the rabbit hole on that. Certain dogs produce certain genetics, don't work like the papers. You know what I'm saying? They don't line out that pretty. I mean, if you look at that bitch right there, okay, she looks exactly like the rusty side, that stuff in that. This dog favors a lot of the other stuff, the Red Boy Jocko stuff. Favors it a lot. So, you know, That's what I'm saying, you know. And they're on paper they're the same, but you can tell by looking at them there's a difference in them. You know what I'm saying? In which genetics and which side they caught. Like when I inbreed on something, just like I just made a heavy breeding or a deep breeding, however you want to put it. Probably one of the heaviest ones around off of it'll be off of the Turtle Buster stuff, but that stuff is you know, it'll be 168 times, you know, but that was a preservation breeding. But there is a quarter out. I mean, they can, you know, they're probably going to be pretty fair dogs. You know what I'm saying? But those I'm expecting their offspring to be will go back out. I wouldn't go back into that shit with it, is what I mean. That's what we're saying. You can't just keep going and breeding paperwork to paperwork and expect to get quality usable dogs. They will fall apart. I'm telling you, they will. Some people can do it, but they know the best way, the cleanest way I've seen people get away with it is they'll say they got, like, I'm just for instance, somebody will say they'll have a pure red boy dog, and it'll be clean, good working dog. That's actually pretty pure, say, red boy dog, but it'll be from different strains of red boy. You know what I mean? A lot of times it'll be different strands. Like it'll have this blood dog on top with to another, you know, a different family over here to a different family over here, you know, and it'll keep that blood fresh and working good. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it if you're gonna try to breed a pure, how you want to put it, bloodline. But is just use different siblings and offspring off that bloodline, that different families that are proven, you know what I mean, and working good. That's a lot of way to do the to breed pure, you know, a pure bloodline dog that's still able to perform and not fall apart. When you inbreed them, okay, that's what we're talking about. Inbreeding is a lot of the brother sister, you know, off the same exact stock, you know, off that same individual dog. You know, a lot of people that go to their head until they get the understanding a little bit deeper, but that's the difference, you know. Just like, okay, you got offspring off of Rusty, and then I got offspring off of Rusty's siblings, his cousins. You're saying down the road, if you bred them together, it'd still be it'd be, say, a Rusty dog, but it wouldn't be, you know, it'd be a Rusty bred dog, like a, you know, Walker Velvet bred dog, but it wouldn't be so inbred on the same stuff, because certain brothers and sisters catch different traits, different genetics. You know, they do. I mean, it's not as lined up as perfect as everyone would like to think. I mean, I've seen it after raising the dogs long enough. That's why I kind of throw all the charts and all the bullshit out the window. That certain dogs just catch certain traits of an individual. You know what I mean? It's just how it works, and the only way to have them and to know it is to raise them up and watch them, you know, and watch how they perform, and that's the only way you can do it. So that's what we mean by bloodlines don't necessarily matter as much as individual production and traits and all that. You're gonna roll around that and smell nasty as shit. But anyway, folks, I hope y'all had a great time. Party time's over. Now it's time to get busy and get back to work. And I got 2 weeks for hunters coming again. Oh, and folks were talking about doing a barbecue. Man, I do stuff with you guys all the time. Y'all, you know, I have folks over all the time. I'm gonna be doing a small game hunt for the kids for some of you guys. But I mean, I don't put on a lot of people. I just don't like a lot of people at once. And but I'm doing it with people that, you know, there a lot of them are off the channel here. They're, you know, like folks like Antoine Nelson will come, Nick, and all them guys. You know, bring their sons. Their sons are mature enough and responsible enough that they can have a good day at field and not be dangerous or get hurt or anything stupid. You know, and the parents ain't stupid, and you know what I'm saying. But I tell you what, these kids they're tough, man. Everyone I've invited so far has been from Alabama because of the hunting license issue, you know, just come shoot, let them shoot squirrels ain't worth buying a fucking out-of-state license. But anyway, I'll tell you how tough the kids are in Alabama, and I'm not going to tell you which one because I don't want to embarrass the little guy. But you know, they serious about their hunting and shit too. They a friend of mine called me and he told me that he come home and his chair was out in the yard by the bushes. He asked him, "What's that chair doing out there, son?" He said, I caught him. He said, you caught who, son? He said, I caught them guys parking over there hunting behind the house. He said, what? He said, well, what did you say to them? He said, I told them they was trespassing. He said, uh-huh, and what'd they say? He said, you told them they could park there. He said, I did, and what did you say? He said, I told them I didn't care, they were trespassing and get their ass on. To me, that's just as funny as shit. Of course, this kid is very respectful and honest, but you know, he's been raised up with that bulldog mentality, man. Don't bring no shit around here. Yeah, you know, of course, my buddy called the guy and apologized to him, and he straightened him out, you know, and he asked the guy, he said, well, what'd you do when he told you to leave and get your ass out of there? He said, I got in my truck and I left. But anyway, yeah, they breed them tough around here. But y'all take care and y'all keep on bulldogging and y'all stay safe.